Okay, so I've got an assignment for you guys, and this is going to be to take a package that you've watched and turn it into a script. So what you're going to do is you're going to go back to the package analysis, that the package breakdown that you did a couple of assignments ago. And in that assignment, I had you write down some information, then also had you give me a paragraph of what the story was about. And we're going to take that and turn that into a script. So with that information, you're going to go to Canvas and you're going to download this single story text file or Word document file. And we're going to basically, it's going to be a template for you to create a story. And with the story, tag can be optional. Social media isn't not necessarily needed for this particular one. And the deadline is going to be available for you written on Canvas. So here's what I did. I went to the story that was hot enough for you. And when I went and looked at it and watched it and made some notes, I noticed I wrote down that the story was called Hot Enough for You. The paragraph was, a reporter shows how both people in the summer and the winter wish it were the other season. He discusses the pros and cons of each season and lets the groups remind each other of what they're not really missing. And then for the 12 ingredients of a powerful story, I wrote, this included impact, real people, colorful and very good quotes, accuracy and fairness, diversity of voices, and good organization. Then the reporter does a stand up in the middle. And again, that's where they're talking to the camera and the people directly. So how does it end? It ends with a sig out, and a sig out is where the reporter says their name. So the very last thing we hear is Steve Hartman, CBS News, New York. And then how long was it? Well, it was 2 minutes and 21 seconds. And that was all a part of the package breakdown. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that paragraph that you wrote and rewrite it so that it's more informal of a way a news anchor would introduce a story by giving you just a little bit of information to tease you and to make you interested in watching the story. So again, the paragraph I wrote, a reporter shows how both people in the summer and the winter wish it were the other season. He discusses the pros and cons of each season and lets one group remind the other of what they're not missing. So I'm going to rewrite that for what an anchor would say. In this case, an anchor may say something like, spring is here, and that means the hot days of summer are not far behind. As Steve Hartman reminds us, those wishing for winter to hurry up and get here may think about that old saying that goes, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. And then at this point, the video would play. So I'm going to take, by looking at the script, I've got a template that I'm going to start with. I've got the story name, the anchor name, and for the anchor, I'm going to make it you. Just put your name as the anchor name. Insert the story text here that you're going to rewrite. Then that's going to happen before package. So after take tag, we're going to have extra information that can either reiterate what the story is talking about, or you can add some other information that was not available at the time the story was put together. Or if you'd like to omit it, you can just delete the take tag on down. On the left side, you're going to have notes for the director. In this case, take, is it a package, a SOT, VO, VOSOT? You're going to delete all those except for package. You're going to choose that. How long is it? So how long is your video that was going to play? And again, sig out or out cue. In this case, I put Steve Hartman, CBS News, New York. So let's take that and look at that into our script. So in addition to the template, you're also going to have the title of the story, which will be the same down here. So for me, the title will be Hot Enough for You. The type of story, it's a package. The author or the anchor is going to be you. You're going to be on camera 1. And then the total story time is the video plus how long it takes you to read it. And on average, every 2 lines is 5 seconds. So now that I've got all my information in, story, hot enough, package, anchors, Jeff, I'm on camera 1. And so I've got written in the template, in parentheses, hot enough, in brackets, Jeff. Then I've got the introduction, spring is here, and that means the hot days of summer are not far behind. Once I finish that, it's time for the take package. And over on the director's side, I've got that this is a package. The time is 2:21, and Steve Hartman, CBS News, New York is going to be the sig out. So then at the bottom of it, I've added a tag. So I went and I looked for some information, and I found out that the National Weather Service is predicting an extremely hot summer. So be careful when out in the sun, stay hydrated, keep covered, and be sure to use plenty of sunscreen. So because he was talking about how hot the summers were going to get, I added a little more information to put that together. Now, for our total story time, it's going to be this 221 plus the length that's going to take to read this. So this is going to take about 25 seconds. So every 2 lines is 5 seconds. So that's 5, that's 10, that's 15, that's 20, that's about 25. So 221 plus 25 is 246. That's where I'm getting that time from. And so once I have all of that done, I'm going to save that as a Word document or a PDF. And then I want you to upload that back up to Canvas. And again, the deadline for this will be available for you on Canvas